done some listening to Reverberations. It's obviously fast-paced, right? It's pretty intense, it's driving, and I'd like to use this tune to close the portion of our concert with. So kind of opening with benediction, finishing with Reverberations. I'm going to keep this video, I'm going to try to keep it fairly short, but I just want to skim over it, the piece as a whole really quick. So it's a simple but not simple piece, right? Melodically it is simple. It's a two-note motive, right? Concert F to D, D up. Later that gets inverted, which is like switching. Instead of going F D, it goes D F, so it goes up. But it's really the two-note motive. So the challenge is not necessarily in the melody. The challenge of this piece is in the counting. You know, the very first measure, everybody has one and. In measure 2, flutes, clarinet 1 has 2 and, right? So you have to go 1 and, 2 and that can be challenging. Two things with that. It's challenging because beat 1 is strong, and that's easy. It's easy for me to go 1, 2, ready, and ba-da. It's a lot more difficult to go 1, 2, ready, and da-da, and rest for that full, downbeat, and then play on a weak beat like 2 and 4, and you're going to have to do that. And then secondly, this piece takes active counting. This is not a piece where you can just go, all right, I'll wait for the trumpets to come in, and when they go ba-da-da, I'll go ba-ba-ba. I mean, maybe over time, if we had enough rehearsal, which we don't, you could kind of get used to that, especially as long as that section you were, basing your part on played it consistently correct. The warning to that is, what if they mess up, and then you mess up because they mess up, right? And it's domino effect. So it's best in this piece to put yourself in a box and count, which in a way makes it perfect for this kind of virtual practicing by yourself. Is you can set a metronome, and maybe don't put it on 160, put it slower and just top, 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 ba-da, da-da, and start to practice where these notes fall. In percussion land, the mallet percussion is going to be incredibly important. It really acts like a metronome. I think we're going to have to use timpani as well. It's a percussive instrument that has, its melodic content as well with the beat-oop, right? So you can get that. I think we need timpani, mallets. And then the third person can kind of switch off, we only have 3, so we can kind of switch off between what's important in percussion 1 and what's important in percussion 2. So maybe just kind of keep those things in mind as you're planning. Maybe y'all text each other, chat with each other about what you're looking at. Wind players, like I said, just get used to counting. Your primary counting devices in this piece are 8th notes, right? So either going 1 and, or some of you have 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So you've got moving 8th notes. And then the other primary is the triplet. There's this, I'm looking specifically at measure 25, right? In almost all brass, in all of the brass, you've got this triplet, triplet, right? Triplet, triplet, and then that resolves. Triplet moves to 8th notes. Triplet, triplet, 1 and. Triplet, triplet, 1 and. Remember, with those dotted quarter notes, they take up 2 beats, so it's always 1, 3. 1, 2, here we go. Triplet, triplet, So you're starting every like third, the 4th note, which is the start of the next grouping, is on like beat 1 or 3. 1 and a 3 and a ba, right? And then if you'll look, 25 through like 29 there. Triplet, triplet, 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 4, 2, and 3 and. Right, I think I messed that last little bit up, but you get the idea of that. 1, 2, 4, 2, accenting those weak beats. So this is, again, I didn't want to make this video too long, but this, if you haven't figured it out already, is a counting game. I will go back to the huskyband.edublog site where you picked up your music, and I will try to leave a link or two, maybe 2 links, of some recordings like the one I just played. I mean, you can easily find it if you just YouTube Reverberations and Brian Balmages, but you know, that'll help you out. You can just kind of click on it. But get to it, get to practicing, put the metronome on slow, play with the recording. Another technique, and this is great for something that's fast, if you're trying to play along with the recording and it's on YouTube, change the playback speed of the video and slow it down so that you can comfortably play with it. And then as you get comfortable, adjust that playback speed up towards, you know, normal. So there's some techniques. Get to it. This is going to be a cool piece, and it's really going to perform well, and the audience will love it. I hope you enjoy practicing it. You know, take breaks, practice a little bit, take breaks, let your mind get kind of caught up, and write in your counts on the music, and just kind of get in there and learn where these notes fall. It's a counting game. If you can count, you can play this piece. So happy practicing. I'll touch base with you again real soon. Bye, guys.